Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out a track from an act named Bravo the Wav God titled Save Your Soul off of the Heartbreak Bravo 2 album. And if we switch over to here, this is the latest release from Bravo the Wav God. We're going to listen through this track from start to finish and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Liking the filtering on their guitar along with the vocal chops. Okay.
Don't get no fucks. Damn right I'm up. Don't get no fucks. Damn right we up. Don't get no fucks. Damn right we up. Don't get no fucks. Damn right we up.
Don't give no fucks. Damn right we aren't. I assume that's what it means. It's catchy. The rhythm is repeated in a way that gets it stuck in your head. And I like how you have those vocals come in the latter half, the really bright sounding ones, and they're a direct contrast to the filtering in the first bit.
No love, no soul. Say love, save it soul.
Here's the hook line, good.
No soul. Love, just say your all. I got what's
To be honest, like, the production value in this is pretty intense. You know, all those different repeaters around the stereo field in connection with the, just the clarity of the vocals in the mix. And those basses down the bottom are really well EQ'd. And these headphones, if you don't fix those resonances in your sub bass, it's going to be really rough. But the mixing and mastering on this track is on point.
I got what you want. She gon' beg and plead. Put it in a zone. I got what you need. I got what you want. She gon' beg and plead. Bitch, I'm in my zone. Patience lately, just come and go.
Nice to have the percussion removed here.
They wanna take my soul. Gotta play that role. Can't love you, shorty. Pack my bags and I go. She yelling as soon as I close front door. Run out, tell me I ain't shit. Stunning out, everything a hit, no miss. Sipping on a whole lot of tris. Sad bad bitch clean on my wrist. I ain't back on my shit, yeah. I'm back on my shit. If you ain't witnessed this, then you just missing out. No love, no soul.
Talking about people clinging on his wrist and telling people that I ain't witnessed this, you know, maybe it's talking about how there are people that have previously thought they were better than Bravo the Wav God, and now they're clinging on for dear life as he ascends. It's nice and short too, just under 3 minutes. Good use of time.
Say love, say the soul. No love, no soul. Love, just say your all. I got what you need. I got what you want. She gon' beg and plead. Put it in a zone. I got what you need. I got what you want. She gon' beg and plead. Bitch, I'm in my zone. Hey.
One thing I also want to comment on as we go along is just the minimalism of the harmony in this. A lot of the coloration comes from those vocal parts. I'm not sure what they've specifically done on the effects chain to get the vocals the way they are, whether there's a bit of modulation or not. I'm liking the EQing and the reverb and the different repeaters and stuff like that. But just like there's like this lo-fi-ish kind of guitar part going on there, and that 808 there that comes in occasionally, but also, you know, it's fairly minimalist, especially from the the percussion, because the percussion sometimes just disappears and you're just left with this floatiness to it.
Hey. Hey.
Oh, okay, definitely some vocal modulation. There's some pitch shifting going on. It's cool. Nice panning of it on the right side as well.
Put you above all, and I'm destined to lose it all. That's my only crime. What the fuck is this point? Don't you dare call me slime. Cause I ain't on that snake shit. Please get the fuck away from me. You all that fake shit. Move around. We getting the making shit. We getting the baking shit. Oh yeah, you don't even know what the fuck it's called. Yeah, I'm the baddest in the draw. I'm the biggest lottery pick. You ain't never even.
Okay, I'm starting to get a feel for the story here as well. Like, it's not just the people who are clinging on, but also that Bravo the Wav Gods knows that he can give people what they want. A lot of confidence there. The skill he's providing as a rapper. I mean, he could be talking about stuff outside of his music, but from a performance perspective, he's definitely ticking the boxes.
But you finna fucking hear me. Yeah, better fear me. Yeah, she cried, caught a tear for me.
And that's it. Because this is the conclusion. The conclusion of my review of this track by Bravo the Wav God, Save Your Soul. I enjoyed my time with it. Again, I think I've spoken about the story a little bit. It's about someone talking about the people around them, how they were before to how they are now, and how they're begging for him. It goes part and parcel with the genre. You know, I personally feel as if a lot of hip-hop and rap musicians that I listen to are trying to justify their own existence within the style of music they're making within the music industry. And I think Bravo the Wav God straddles that point between standing up for yourself and telling people what you're worth, and it doesn't ever become sort of incredulous or over the top. It's so chill, I think, in part because of the vocal performance there. Wow, there was persuasiveness to the tone of it. At the same time, it never felt as if it was trying to sort of like pull you by the hand too strongly or sort of string you along. It's a very confident vocal performance here. The flow was solid. The words came through clearly. There was lots to appreciate in regards, again, to the background vocals in addition to the main ones in the center. Lots of vocal modulation, especially in that end bit, maybe in the last third of the track with the pitch shifting on the right side. And the story did develop as we went along. We got a little bit more context for it, and there was a similar approach to the way we emoted throughout, you know, with the rapping, and I think that's kind of all we needed, as well as, and the sing was good too, you know, it was tuneful, made sense with the other bits of the minimalist harmony that we had involved. I think we had like a 3-chord progression with those guitar parts and other instruments. The bass was a little bit more active, but again, it was only occasional, and sometimes that can be to the betterment of a track. It can be detrimental if you have too many other elements alongside the story, because you don't know what to pay attention to. The structure of it was your traditional sort of verse, chorus one, where I think we started with the hook, and then we elaborated on the story within the verse there. That's all we needed. We didn't need to overcomplicate it. It was effective, especially in an album like this where it could be chronological. You could just be telling different aspects as you go along. So well done on that front, keeping it simple. Especially to keep it in that sort of 2 to 3 minute mark is a smart move nowadays, because especially as this is my first impression of Bravo the Wav God, I'm happy. I don't feel like my time has been wasted listening to this. I feel like it would have been a little bit superfluous if we went past that 3 minute mark, especially with how succinct the storytelling was at the beginning, you know? You got the gist of it in the first 30 seconds. Additional to that, we had a situation where with the instrumental parts, you know, we had the sub bass, maybe we had like an actual dedicated bass synth with a bit of distortion and gain on it, but then we also had an 808 in there as well, and then we had the drums, which were nice and active. You know, they were fun to listen to. Again, it was a really chill, it had a kind of chill lo-fi vibe to it, but there was enough action for it not to become boring, and a lot of the time the drums were in time with those backing vocals there, so it was charming to listen to. It was a great equilibrium that was met there between the rhythm sections and the vocals, as well as the other bits of coloration in the mix. Finally, the production, the recording, mixing and mastering was splendid. You know, it sounded like a commercial release. I think that they ought to be proud of themselves. This is exactly where they need to be with the EQing, stereo panning, filtering and effects change on the different instruments, limiting compression. I'm personally very happy with it. Hopefully they are too. I mean, of course this is their latest release, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Bravo the Wav God has released a few other tracks over the last couple of years, you know, maybe some different albums, but I think that this is a step in the right direction for them, and I hope they can find success. But effectively, this is my review of Save Your Soul off of the Heartbreak Bravo 2 album by Bravo the Wav God. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go show Bravo the Wav God some love via the various social medias and their Spotify page, and they're on other digital streaming platforms as well. Stay cool and stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as you help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on. I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.